Welcome in to this edition of Deseret News Rewind, coming to you live from Corner Canyon High School as the two top teams in Region 7 prepare to square off for the region title lead. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Dane Stewart here to bring you today's action. We've got Brighton and Corner Canyon coming at you. The Brighton Bengals have had a fantastic year, coming in 4-0-2 in region play. They are atop Region 7. Corner Canyon at 3-1-2. These two teams met earlier this year. They played to a draw, 1-1. Corner Canyon led at the half behind the goal from Braxton Najib, and Brighton tied it up in the second half to force the draw thanks to David Brogue. It'll be Harrison Nuttall. He's been fantastic this year. Pair of shutouts, but he has been wonderful and been one of the big reasons why Brighton has had the success they've had. Corner Canyon, meanwhile, starting Kohler today. Luke Kohler, a senior, getting the start. He has been spectacular as well. As Brighton here with the ball up the near side. This is Schwindeman. Played that to the middle. Nice defensive work there by Corner Canyon, trying to break it up. Coming in, that is Najib right there, number 55 for Corner Canyon, as he lost that ball to Vance. Vance showing some nice patience. Plays it ahead to Brogue. And the defense there able to win it away thanks to Vladimir Cuevas as this ball sent ahead. Giving chase is Andrel. He's their leading goal scorer, Stockton Andrel. Top of the box, a roller that doesn't make it through, broken up by Passman, able to clear it for the Bengals. As here at midfield, the challenge there put on by Corner Canyon. It was Broadbent. Able to take it away, though the Bengals still with the possession here. As this ball played back to Passman for Brighton. Near side now with Schwindeman. Looking ahead, this ball played right to the Chargers, though can't corral the ricochet as Brighton again gathers the possession. Najib able to slow it up before the ball made its way to Brogue. Brogue surveying, looking for the switch, headed out. As this ball dropped, but too much steam behind it. Coming over to help was Barney. Able to break that up as Brighton nearly had, I think it might have been Babcock, one-on-one with Kohler. As that ball headed wide and out of play. Corner Canyon to throw in, looking up the line for Slaw. Couldn't possess it as Brighton able to chip that out of the box. Maybe a handball there. No call coming from our center. There's a good challenge there. And eventually it's Neely able to come away with it for the Bengals. We mentioned their region records. How about overall? Brighton at 6-1-5. 5 draws on the year for the Brighton Bengals. In talking with Brett Rosen, their head coach, said, we've had a lot of opportunities, just need to finish a little bit better. A lot of opportunities to gain wins in those matches, just haven't been able to finish. The throw in from Cuevas here for Corner Canyon. Chargers again will throw in. Trying to work that end line. Kraft into the box. A shot here from Najib doesn't get through. The followed ricocheted and able to be handled by Nuttall. Great job by Brighton. You see them really packing in defensively and not making anything easy. Fankhauser with the chip ahead for Brighton. The popular Fankhauser family. There have been a lot of them come through this Brighton program. Alex, the last of them. Schwendeman to throw in here for Brighton. Neely shielded away from the ball. Nice job by Cuevas. Still possessing, has support behind him. He'll roll it there. Not a lot of work with that boundary there as Najib turned it over. Now trying to scrap the possession back for the Chargers, but it is Brighton coming out with it. Schwendeman plays over with Vance. Vance again. Some space here. As he looks for help, plays it back with Schwendeman. Schwendeman surveying. Plays the ball through. Fankhauser, nice touch ahead with Dutro Raymond. That ball makes its way through. Support coming, and this ball will be ushered beyond the end line by Slaw. We talked about the overall record for Brighton, their aptitude for draws. How about Corner Canyon 5-4-3 on the season? Nice rhythm to that record. It'll be disrupted today regardless of the outcome. As they've got their eyes set on an opportunity for a region championship, but they've got to get the job done here today. Be important points. Here's Brighton looking to attack. Ball played ahead. This play's onside the center, and that ball, boy, nearly made its way through. Just broken up. I thought it had an opportunity, but I think that was Cuevas once again able to disrupt things. This ball sent ahead. Couple of Brighton Bengals there to cut off the play from Anderl. This is Brogue, far side. Centers, Fankhauser, beautiful touch. Top of the box, left-footed shot into the corner of the net. Jake Babcock with unofficially his second goal of the season, and the Brighton Bengals strike in the 8th minute. 1-0 Brighton. Boy, great touch from Fankhauser. Maybe it was Brogue able to play that out wide, and fantastic job bringing it into the box by Babcock. And there's the finish that we mentioned for Brighton coach Rosen been looking for. A well-placed shot as we've got a foul here on Najib. Corner Canyon needing a response here is an early goal given up. And Brighton looking for more here. Advantage ruled as Brogue keeps his feet. This ball sent ahead. Babcock won't be able to get there. We'll do our best to keep you apprised of the time. This ball played to the back line with Dylan. That ball struggled to be controlled, and players upending one another, and the foul ruled here on Broadbent, as he wasn't a fan of that call. Important moments for this Corner Canyon defense. The number one scoring defense in Region 7. Only allowed 5 goals in their 6 matches. Brighton putting pressure on. Brogue from 38 yards out, read the entire way. Deep in his own net was Kohler. Able to make the save and keep this 1-0 as Najib plays the ball ahead. Cuevas here. That ball ricocheted off of him strong and out of play off of Corner Canyon. This ball dropped back by Dylan. Cuevas ahead with Najib. Good spacing, but that pass to Najib a little far out in front of him. And it's the Bengals with an opportunity here. Nice touch by Fankhauser right around the defense. Fankhauser in the corner, couple Chargers there. But Brighton still with the possession. Vance has Brogue to his left. That ball a little behind him. Coming up in support is Neely. Neely, a ball coming through that Cuevas is eventually able to clear out of the box. Through 10 minutes, 1-0 the advantage for the Brighton Bengals. There's maybe an opportunity here. Najib turns inside. A ball ahead. And coming out was Nuttall, able to clear that ball all the way down. As Andro was making the run in the box. He's a little slow to get up, but up on his feet appears to be okay. We mentioned in the conversation before the game, Coach Rosen talking about Nuttall and how good he has been for the Brighton Bengals. Makes a great play there. Corner Canyon again looking for an opportunity to attack. Cuevas. This shot just over the crossbar and out of play. Played with the back line here for Brighton. Passman with it. Brogue tried to play it outside, but it went right to the Chargers. Najib again. Look at that. 3 Bengals around him. Here's Cuevas trying to work around Schwendeman. Boy, good marking there. Great defense as that ball out of play off Brighton. Played back to Cuevas. As that ball lost beyond the end line. Nuttall from the 6. Babcock was looking for a chip into the box as that ball rolls through. Talking with Coach Van Wagenen before the game, he was talking about his defense, said, you know, we're one of the best scoring defenses in region. We have to rely on our defense here today. It's going to be a big key to this game for the Chargers. Despite trailing here 1-0. This Brogue will drop this back with Schwendeman. Man on as Rawl was coming up to put the, Broadbent was coming up to put the pressure on. The challenge there is Najib took a tumble. In our 15th minute, here from Corner Canyon, this ball off target as it finds its way through to the Corner Canyon defense. That was Dillon. Plays it back with Kohler. That ball misplayed and given away to Brighton. Thought there might have been a handball there. I thought Brogue may have hesitated for just a second. But we play on. Babcock fouled here. And it'll be a kick for Brighton coming up. This ball sent on frame and Kohler up to the task. I think it was Brogue who took the kick for Brighton. Kohler makes a nice save. A foul here on the challenge by Brighton. This ball put down and in play quickly. And just like that, a turnover. Vance with it. Top of the box. Vance trying to play around. Marked by Barney as Vance looks for support, plays it out with Neely. Neely looking for service. That ball headed out by Cuevas as Najib comes back here for Corner Canyon. Chips this ball ahead past a couple of Bengals. As Najib receives it back. Ball up the line. Tried to get it to Broadbent on a run and over the top of the defense. Instead, it's the Bengals as Cuevas steps in front and clears that ball down the field and out of play. Brighton here to throw in. Broken up. Nice job by Rawl that time. As Andro plays this wide but behind his teammate as it's lost out of play. Thrown in, and this time Brighton turns it over. Corner Canyon throwing in. Brighton heading out. There it is. Griffin Watts. I was going to say I don't have a 5 on our roster, but we do. Griffin Watts coming on That was him who just touched it. As this ball cleared away by Brighton. Loomis with it at midfield. Loomis trying to fend off Corner Canyon defenders and gets whistled for the foul. Dillon looking like he'll take this kick for Corner Canyon. Boy, Cuevas unmarked near side. From 50 yards out, Dillon, top of the box, headed out. As Brighton able to deal with that fairly easily. Finkhauser cleared it ahead, but went right to Cuevas, able to trap it. As Najib plays this with Rawl. Nice vision there by Rawl. Good spacing here by the Chargers. Is wide with Watts. Watts, service, top of the box. That ball makes it through. Najib tries to get one on frame and sends it high. Boy, if you're Brighton, a sigh of relief there as Najib nearly had an opportunity. Well, had an opportunity. Just didn't hit it squarely. As we are in our 20th minute here at Corner Canyon. 2 40-minute halves coming your way. Babcock. As Brighton coming near side. Held by Gosland. As this ball ricocheted out of play, off the Bengals. Rawl trying to get around Finkhauser. Ball ahead. This ball through a couple of Bengals as coming up was Nuttall to clear it. Boy, look at the leg on Nuttall's. That takes one hop and goes nearly end zone to end zone. That's about 80 yards, 70 of them in the air from Harrison Nuttall. And what an advantage that is for teams that have keeps that can switch the field like that. Played to the middle. As Rawl looking to the sideline. The defense there forced it out. This ball not able to be kept in by Finkhauser. Corner Canyon throwing in up the line. Osted played to the middle, broken up. As Brighton trying to clear it, and the delayed whistle there as Passman was fouled. That ball played behind Babcock and Corner Canyon. Able to hold the possession. This ball sent ahead, and the linesman just waiting. That flag now coming up. Center hasn't seen it yet. Now he'll recognize after a Brighton player helped point it out. The play offside. Brighton will put this in play. Drops it back to Nuttall. Near side, Passman with it. Surveying, sending a ball ahead and through. As Loomis had that hop by him. Vance plays ahead for Passman. Passman far side, couple of Chargers there. Marking him is Watts. Passman slowing up. Nice job by Watts defensively. Plays it back with Babcock. His ball deflected. Didn't make its way through. That might have been Connor Neff, the junior, with a nice defensive play. As it was, he plays that to center. Now near side with Cuevas. Ball ahead, and Brighton able to get there to play it out off the foot of Passman. Powell on for Corner Canyon. Spencer Fordham coming on for the Brighton Bengals. As this ball takes a hop past Fordham, is Brighton able to secure it. Here's Vance. Vance ahead to Loomis. Loomis plays wide as Finkhauser retreats to collect. Ball through. Brogue. Marked by Rawl. And Brogue. That ball headed. It's going to be shy of the post and out of play. Boy, great work there by Brighton. Finkhauser and Brogue. Nice setup. Just couldn't get it on frame, but you talk about the talent of Brighton. A team that tied Alta in region play, tied these Corner Canyon Chargers. Those two of the teams in the top 3 right now, and no wonder they've been solid. Rawl with the shot. That's right to Nuttall, able to handle that easily. As Nuttall deciding where he's wanting to go with this, he'll send it up that far side. Gets by Loomis. As now Rawl looking for some help. He'll drop it back. Boy, Brighton's so quick to defend. There's Loomis coming up there. Nice support, nearly forces the turnover as Turner couldn't keep that ball in play for Brighton. Middle of the field, this ball tried to be stretched through to Najee, broken up by the Bengals. As they'll drop this back. I think this is Chamberlain for Brighton. Played it to Loomis. Now Chamberlain receiving it back through 25 minutes. Fordham playing over with Vance, now going to come near side. Brighton has done a fantastic job really with possession for most of this first half. They've been pretty good. Corner Canyon's had a chance or two, but by and large the Bengals have done a great job possessing. As the flag up here on this play, Corner Canyon trying to point our center as the play ruled offside. Corner Canyon will put this in play. Off the foot of Neff. Near side, some time, space for Dillon. Plays it ahead with Najib. Marked there, and it is Brighton coming away with it. It was Vance who helped create it. Brogue. Some physical play here as Brogue hits the turf, and now the whistle. Is the foul on Corner Canyon here. Brogue and Vance lining up to take this kick for Brighton. Looking like Brogue wants it. He'll take it. That ball deflected in the air, in the box. And a nice play by Kohler to scoop it up. The brakes put on there by Rawl. Broken up by Brighton momentarily as Rawl gets that ball ahead. Andrill plays it wide, but too wide. High bounce is Lillywhite trying to shield off. I think that was Loomis. As Andrill has that ricochet off his chest long to midfield. Andrill able to recover. Nice job there by Vance, able to win it away. Loomis tries to play back out wide. Defensed and played out that time for Corner Canyon by Neff. Brighton to throw in here in our 30th minute. Leading 1-0 on the goal by Babcock. Coming back in the 8th. This ball in the box, and Lillywhite there to clear it out. Brighton has been on the attack for a lot of this first half. As they'll throw this ball in with Brogue. Time for Brogue as he's able to drop this back with Passman. Passman looking up. That ball made it past Rawl, who tried to take a stab out of the air at it. Is cleared ahead here by Neff. This ball played to Vance. Vance wide now. Service into the box. Headed out by Cuevas. As Powell possessing for Corner Canyon, but gave it right to Brighton. Boy, nice turn from Vance. The shot. And that ball is through. If not, it now is. But I think the initial was as good as in. We're going to credit Jace Vance with the goal for Brighton coming in the 31st minute. It is 2-0 Bengals. from a good 25 yards out. Vance able to beat Kohler, and it is 2-0 in favor of the visiting Brighton Bengals as this ball played wide and out. Still in the first half here. It's Corner Canyon gave up 2 goals to Timpview in a match just 2 games ago. Tied for the most goals given up since their 3rd match of the year, a 3-1 loss to the Skyridge Falcons, as once again they give the ball over to Brighton. Played back to the middle, chipped over the head by Vance. Vance still scrapping for the ball, but the defense of Cuevas able to break it up. Cuevas leading the charge up near midfield before being cut off, that time by Rank. Cuevas still on the turf holding his mouth. Not sure if he took a boot to the mouth or what, but we're all coming up in support now as Brighton able to win this away, and the Bengals regain the possession. Schwindeman up the line, cut off by Cuevas. Nice aggressive play. Cuevas plays to the middle. Broadbent wide. Watts with service back to Broadbent. That ball through. Can Cuevas get a shot off? Marked tightly. 5 Bengals around him, and it is Brighton with the clear. Corner Canyon will throw in Cuevas as we enter our 35th minute. Andrew trying to track that ball down, but it is played out by Jackson Gosland. That ball cleared out by Dutro Raymond. Dutro Raymond with it here. And it is Brighton. Numbers for the Bengals. Played wide as Finkhauser waits the arrival. Has Turner. Finkhauser to Babcock and cleared away. Nice work by this Corner Canyon defense as that was Broadbent with the clear. This ball out of play. Sent ahead, but not in the vicinity of Andrel, as now Brighton with the possession again. Played back to Babcock, a ball ahead. Finkhauser has Neely with him. Finkhauser sizing up the shot, a roller, and Kohler up to the task. Kohler sending a ball near side, intended for Powell. As Rawl ahead for Andrel. Powell there as well. And the foul here on the challenge. Touchdown quickly by Corner Canyon. Najib. Over with Broadbent. He didn't get as much on that pass as he would have liked, but Corner Canyon still with the possession. Rawl. Boy, an awkward play there. Rawl still with it. Rawl top of the box. And that ball taken away, cleared out by Brighton again. Maybe one touch too long that time as the Bengals now quickly down the other way looking for a counter. Najib there, able to punch it away from Turner, but Brighton still with the possession now at midfield with Rink. Finkhauser touches back to Babcock. Finkhauser in the middle. Finkhauser, I thought that play was offside. Instead, Kohler able to deal with it as that shot, I think it was by Cameron Neely, went right to the keep of Corner Canyon. And retreating was Rank, able to steal away the possession again here for Brighton. And winning it right back that time was Watts. Andrel challenge, sticking with it. Stockton Andrel, this ball still in, as coming over to play it out was Rank. This ball touched back. Trying to work around, service through the box. Cuevas heads it up. Didn't have enough to get to Powell. Najib trying to settle it. Tried to loft it to Cuevas, and Brighton plays it out. Cuevas throwing in with Najib. Gives it back. Najib. Cuevas. Gave it to Powell. Looked for support from Rawl, and it is the Bengals running the other way. Here's Jake Babcock. A lot of Chargers back defensively. Babcock, a through ball, but that is beyond Turner. And escorted back to Kohler by Neff. We are through 38 minutes. No more time updates coming in our first half. Brighton with the 2-0 lead. Goals from Babcock and Vance. Can they make it 3? Fankhauser a ball ahead. This play onside. Top of the box and deflected. Didn't make its way through. Babcock touches over. The shot deflected. And this one will roll beyond the end line and out. Fankhauser from the corner for the Bengals. Looking backside. Top of the box. Headed up. That ball loose and handled off the bounce by Kohler. He'll roll this ball out. How much time will we have? That the question is a foul here on the challenge from behind by Babcock. Touch to the middle with Watts. Watts, some patience, drops it to Neff. Couple of Bengal defenders there. And it's Brighton once again winning this possession away. Good work by Dutro Raymond. Able to shield off a couple of chargers. That ball touched through. Fankhauser has a run up the line provided by Schwendeman. Fankhauser to the middle. Broken up there. Can Corner Canyon get something? Anderl maybe had a step. And that ball, boy, broken up by Passman. And now the foul here, and this is going to go against Corner Canyon as the foul called on Powell. Boy, Corner Canyon nearly had their leading scorer in Stockton Anderl behind that back line. And if it's not for a great stretch by Passman, they do. Now they've got it. Can Anderl get there? No, as Nuttall will watch this roll deep into the box before gathering. Time ticking down on this first half, and Nuttall presumably happy to just let it keep ticking. As he sends the ball ahead. It was headed up, though Cuevas deflected it out. And there's our first half. The Brighton Bengals, undefeated in region, looking to stay that way. Their 2-0 lead over Corner Canyon at the break. You're watching Deseret News Rewind, presented by Intermountain Tosh. Getting ready to start our second half. The Brighton Bengals with a 2-0 lead at the break. Other action today in Region 7. Alta defeated Timpview 1-0. That will give Alta 13 points in region. As this ball played ahead and out by Corner Canyon. As this ball thrown in up the line and played out immediately by the defense. We've not had someone start the clock here in the second half, so we'll do our best to try to keep you updated. This ball with the back line of Brighton. Now that clock has started, maybe a minute or two delay, so we'll try to take that into account in our updates. As a foul here on the challenge coming in by Neff. It'll be Traden Chamberlain here looking to put it in play for the Bengals. Tries to switch it and broken up by Corner Canyon on the play, but Brighton had the possession there momentarily before Rawl came in. This ball ahead, and Anderl ruled off as that ball was beyond him anyway. As Corner Canyon sends it right back down. Najib has Anderl to his right. Najib, boy, I thought he got pushed down. Thought I saw a forearm come up. Najib wasn't happy with the no call. And now you got to get to your feet because Brighton looking to counter and counter quickly. This ball broken up. It's just a step in front of Fankhauser. Is Barney able to clear it out for Corner Canyon? As Chamberlain tries to play up the line, but that ball rolls out. Corner Canyon will throw in. Barney. Back to Kohler here as Fankhauser was putting the pressure on. Far side with Cuevas. To the middle with Najib. Has Watts near side. Try to get it up to him. Broken up momentarily as Watts able to regather. Neff plays through to Andrel. Had Watts to his left. Najib coming away with it. Tried the left foot strike. Deflected out off of Brighton. As we're approximately in our 45th minute, that ball headed out of the box. But goes to Broadbent, who plays with Rawl. Challenge, one away. This ball sent ahead. Fankhauser showing his speed. Top of the box, Fankhauser tried to cut back. Broken up defensively. Nice job by Barney. Thrown into Brogue, touches back to Neely. Space there for Dutro Raymond. Plays the ball wide. That ball doesn't make it through as broken up. Brighton able to throw in. And played out by the Chargers. This ball thrown in and then cleared away by Cuevas. Can Andrel keep it in? Brighton throwing in quickly. He's having to retreat here is Chamberlain. He'll track that down. A lot of time for Traden Chamberlain as he looks up the line. That ball out of play. Touch back to Neff. Looking up the far line, Cuevas surveying. Connecting with Andrel. Andrel played wide. Najib will let that roll through on its way to Neff. Neff to Najib. Najib, 25 yards out, a ball ahead. Watts, can he get a center? That ball just sent over the crossbar by Andrel. The best opportunity for Corner Canyon in this second half. Sails high. In play from Nuttall. Najib trying to touch that around Brogue, and the foul call here on Brighton. Put down quickly as Neff played ahead here, and a foul on the challenge from Brighton on the defense against Powell. Braxton Najib, the freshman, will take this kick from 35 yards out. Into the box, headed up, still loose. Can someone get it on frame? Eventually cleared out of the box, and then the foul called on Corner Canyon. Who got a head on? It might have been Cuevas, but Brighton stout defensively and not letting anything get through to Nuttall. Here's Neely. Neely, a ball ahead for Brogue. That takes a hop through before it can get to Fankhauser, played out. And that ball not able to be kept in. Thrown in to Najib. Couple of Bengals right around them, making life difficult. Coming away with it momentarily was Babcock, as Najib able to regather the possession, but Corner Canyon can't keep it. Neely thrown in for Fankhauser. Defensed well. But Fankhauser sticking with it, coming away with it. Centers to Brogue, the shot. Brogue just missed the corner. As the substitution, Sam Slaw back on here for Corner Canyon, number 10. Najib plays ahead with Watts. Watts slowing it up. The center, that ball ricochets out of play off Corner Canyon. He's again had a late start to this second half, so don't have an exact time to give you. Approximately in our 52nd minute-ish, 51st, 52nd. Clock had a delay, and so a bit of an estimation on our part. As Brogue has it near side. Babcock. Fankhauser pressured there, will drop it back to Dutro Raymond. Nice job coming back defensively there, but given away to Fankhauser, top of the box, the shot, and that one squeaks through Kohler. It's the second goal of the game for Babcock, and it is 3-0 Brighton. Fantastic game today for Jake Babcock. Came in unofficially with only one goal. Make that 3 on the season. 2 of them today as Brighton looking for more. Babcock wide. Service. And that ball played out of the box by Barney. How about Fankhauser, though? It was a great touch to play it out. Or to play it to Babcock for the goal. And Kohler had a decent read on it. Just couldn't get enough of it to slow it up as it snuck underneath him. As this ball sent ahead, Cuevas able to get ahead on it, but went the wrong way, though his defense there to help him out. Neff tried to play that through, but it's 4 Bengals right there. Fankhauser ahead, Babcock slowing it up. Brogue in the box, can he get it off? And no, that will be wrapped up by Kohler. The Brighton bench all on their feet, including Coach Rosen, wondering if a whistle was going to come. They thought a foul there in the box should have resulted in a penalty kick. Nothing coming, according to our center. As Cuevas, far side, marked by Schwendeman. And that ball tried to be sent on frame, but it's high and off the football crossbar, out of play. So the approximation about arriving to our 65th minute. 55th minute. My apologies. Math is hard. Stay in school, folks. As here's Neely. Receives it back from Brogue. Neely taps the brakes. Has Fankhauser. Fankhauser trying to center. That ball deflected. And Kohler able to gather as Barney was there, able to deflect the centering pass. That ball headed back up by Chamberlain, but out of play. Thrown in up the line. Najib called on the handball there. This ball put down by Brighton. Brogue. I'm going to switch it, but sent it right over to Corner Canyon. This is Powell with it far side. Powell trying to gain a step around the other Schwendeman. Najib, fancy footwork, left-footed shot, and nice job by Nuttall. Had time to read that one as that ball didn't get off the turf. Helped slow it up a little bit for the junior keep for the Bengals as Nuttall able to send this ball down the field. Cuevas looking right back up, but that play offside. As Slaw couldn't get back in front of that last defender. This ball intended for Brogue, broken up by the Chargers. Watt's able to come back and disrupt. He has it now, near side. He'll drop it, a slow roller. Got to hurry as the pressure coming up by Vance. Boy, and Loomis had that one ricochet off his foot long. Otherwise, would have been a 2-on-1 for Brighton. Powell at midfield, marked by Walker Schwendeman, the sophomore. Space ahead, broken up by Barney. Kohler trying to dive and save it, and he will. I think Brighton arguing that Corner Canyon might have gotten away with one, saying that Barney touched that one back, but our center and linesman not making the call. Again, you see the speed by Fankhauser as he receives that back. Pushed off the ball momentarily and then maybe shouldered down that time, is cleared away by Kohler. Well, the first one was a fair play. That one on the edge of the box maybe A little extra given on that one, but we continue on. Is this ball back with Chamberlain? Beyond Vance. It's Corner Canyon now possessing, able to sneak that ball through. Here's Rawl, tapping the brakes. Najib plays it wide with Cuevas. Challenged, and that ball will roll out. Last touch by Brighton. Thrown in with Powell. Has Cuevas. Cuevas made sure he was onside as he tries. No, the flag was up saying Cuevas was off. Around our 60th minute. Still 3-0. The advantage for the visitors. As the flag up here on the other end. A handball, I believe, the signal from the linesman. Good to see 3 officials out here today. We've done a couple soccer matches this year, and many of them have had only 2. Nice to see a fully staffed match. And so many people don't like calls from officials. If you don't like it, contact the UHSAA. Soccer could certainly use some extra officials. Has been short-staffed in matches as this ball cleared away and out of play. New keep on for Brighton. Thomas Jensen, the senior, coming in. Past our 60th minute is he'll get a touch early. A relatively easy one for the senior. And Nuttall, presumably finished today, did a fantastic job. As this ball headed back. That's right to Brogue. Brogue the shot to the chest of Kohler. Able to recover and gather for Corner Canyon. Rolled out to his defense. Lillywhite played it ahead, but Brighton coming away with it again. Continuing to dominate possession. This ball ahead was in front of Loomis. Lillywhite trying to fend him off, and Lillywhite successful. Osted has come on for Corner Canyon. As this ball nearly given over to Brighton, but Corner Canyon able to recover. Looking ahead, Najib and a whistle here. Put in play quickly with Barney. Back to Rawl. There's Barney. Boy, had to get rid of that quickly. You see the stretch by Babcock coming to disrupt as they'll drop all the way to Kohler. Send it ahead. Nice touch by McNeil. As that ball out of play, last touched by Slav, Corner Canyon. Brighton looking up the line. Najib almost stepped in front, able to be chipped over. That ball made it through, and again we've got a foul here, and contact coming after some of these kicks. We'll draw a card here, shown to David Brogue in approximately our 65th. It will be Najib to take the kick for Corner Canyon. A lot of work to do late. This ball in. It's high, and it hits the bar and is out of play. The question is, who is it last off? We've got a couple Chargers down in the box. Cuevas was one of them. The other, Dylan, though they're both up. Boy, Thomas Jensen had to make a nice play on that one. And with him out of the net after making the initial attempt, fortunately, that ball was just a tad too long as the shutout still intact for the keeping duo for Brighton. This ball ahead, Slaw trying to get around. And defended well, but not out of the woods just yet. As Rank with it, he'll drop back to Jensen for the clear. Boy, and Jensen able to send this ball a good 65 yards in the air. Kohler went right to Finkhauser. The touch back attempted for Alex, broken up as we've got a foul called here by our center. Far side, Cuevas tried to get around Schwendeman. Touch to the middle, Najib. Near side for Barney, Najib back. Trying to get it back for Barney on a run. As that ball fended off and escorted out by Chamberlain. The senior James Young has come on for Brighton. That ball headed up. Nice play made there by Barney. Able to break it up momentarily. And a handball here, the call. Najib plays it over with Lily White. Played back out wide with Lily White. As that ball broken up, as Gosling able to come over and play it for Brighton. That ball unable to be possessed initially. Good work there. Leads to Corner Canyon coming away with it and Rawl. And then just punched away. Advantage ruled by our center. As a foul called here on Corner Canyon. Watson nearly did come over the back, nearly went for a ride as the Brighton player tried to stand up as this play ruled off. That was Loomis, who was the Brighton player. As that ball kept in. An athletic play made there by McNeil. As the foul called here on Babcock. Babcock, a surefire candidate for our man of the match. It's been fantastic today. That to be named at the end of the contest. This ball ahead. Loomis pushed off the ball on the whistle there from our center. We'll give Brighton a kick from 25 yards out. Fankhauser sends it high. As Kohler plays this with his back line, approximately through 70 minutes. Here at Corner Canyon. The Chargers trying to avoid being shut out for the fourth time this season as Brighton looking for more. Here's a roller right to Kohler off the foot of Rank, and Kohler able to deal with that. Nearly gave it right back. As Cameron Neely, the freshman for Brighton, was right there. Najib being hounded. They've done a nice job on Najib today. He's had some good possession, but they've really tried to body him up and make this a physical match. I'd say it's worked pretty well. Here's Rank. A ball through. This gets to the box. Trying to turn. The shot in the back of the net. No. It has not hit the post, the crossbar. Boy, it might have been Dutro Raymond who took that shot, and then a fantastic defensive play for Brighton to get that right back. That far side might have been Schwendeman trying to get a number. No, it was David Brogue, who has been fantastic today as well. We talk about man of the match candidates. He has been a monster. As a foul here called on the challenge of Corner Canyon as Brogue was trying to bring it in the box. From just outside the box. Centered. Headed over the crossbar. That hit the football standard. Came out. As Kohler quickly in play. Here's Najib. Najib, again, that defense just forcing him back. As this ball played to center by Barney. Rawl looks up that far line. Watts. Broken up by Walker Schwindeman. Najib. Boy, never got a shot off. It was Cameron Neely able to take that away. Brighton looking to counter. Neely, the centering, and broken up. Nice play made by Dillon, able to chest that down and allow Kohler to come gather. Najib. As Powell tried to chip it over a few Brighton players, and hey, he's successful. Here's Anderl, a ball ahead for Cuevas. He'll track this ball down in the corner. Boy, nice move. Cuevas to center. That ball loose, and a big save made by Jensen to keep the Chargers off the scoreboard. Had a spotter behind who maybe thought that crossed the line. He's continuing to petition the linesman. It's the linesman's job in that case to rule whether the ball crosses, and now Jensen letting that spotter know that he was true to his assignment. Brighton down the other way. This play on. As Vance plays it out. Looking backside. As I think this is Chamberlain. Coming away with it was Powell. Nice delay there. Najib. No, that was Chamberlain. Able to make that play. He's been solid defensively today. That ball knocked down by Dillon. Dillon plays the ball ahead. Najib. Chamberlain there. No, excuse me, that's not Chamberlain. That's Gosland. And his centering pass deflected by Gosland and out. Najib from the flag. That ball taken out of the box by Brighton. Brogue able to win on the challenge and the foul here on Corner Canyon. Chamberlain will put it in play. Was looking to get it ahead. Neely made a leap in the air to try to play it over the top. Had Matt Turner trying to make a run ahead, but they couldn't connect as this play dropped back. Corner Canyon trying to create a steal, and that ball misplayed, just given away to the Bengals. Up ahead, and a nice job made defensively by Neff to play the ball out. It'll be a throw-in. So with this, Brighton will have a 4-point lead for that Region 7 title. As this ball thrown in to the box, and Corner Canyon able to clear it out. Brighton with games against Timpview, Cottonwood, and then their season finale, the Alta Hawks, in what will be a big match. And if Timpview or Corner Canyon can pull off a potential tie, maybe a region title match, that Alta game, but Alta's going to need some help first. Here's Turner with it. Plays over with Vance. As that ball out off of the Chargers. Corner Canyon would like to call. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, games against Jordan, Alta, and Timpview remaining. In that Alta game, the Hawks will be looking for some revenge, as the Chargers beat them earlier this year, 1-0. As we are right around our 78th minute. As that ball cleared away by the Charger back line, and then Brighton sends this one maybe out of the stadium. As a hero's cheer given by that Brighton bench. Heard a few home run calls as well, as that eventually made it over the fence. Powell. Played a ball ahead. Cuevas, 20 yards out. Brighton just collapses down as they've done all game long. That Brighton defense, Corner Canyon has not had an answer. They've done a fantastic job really bringing pressure, forcing turnovers and creating runs like this. The ball's ahead, an opportunity. Finkhauser will keep that in play but won't be able to keep his feet, but Corner Canyon loses it out of play. Been that kind of a night for the Chargers. A shot here. Big save by Kohler. The follow is wide of the post by Turner. As good of an opportunity as Brighton has had in this match coming right there. Kohler with a nice save. Najib. Again, it's Brighton creating the possession. A ball ahead for Vance. Vance still has it. Plays back with Turner. Turner now surveying. Fancy footwork here. Left over, the left-footed shot. Kohler made the initial save, but Babcock too strong. Take your hat, throw it on the pitch. It's a hat trick for Jake Babcock. Needless to say, Jake Babcock has had a good match. 3 goals for the senior, and he was trying for that. He had a couple of shots earlier where you could see the disappointment or frustration that he didn't capitalize. That one he did on what was a beautiful shot, and the final whistle from our center. The Brighton Bengals, a 4-0 victory over the Corner Canyon Chargers. We mentioned this match, the first meeting was a 1-1 draw. Brighton looking for, well, maybe an opportunity to show that they were better than the team that came into tonight's match down just 3 points in the standings, and boy, they did that. Jake Babcock, 3 goals, including the game winner. He was spectacular tonight, well deserving of our man of the match. Congratulations to him. And the Brighton Bengals walking out of Corner Canyon with a 4-0 victory over the Corner Canyon Chargers. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us here on Deseret News Rewind, presented by Intermountain Tosh. We want to remind you we have our videos, spring coverage, soccer, baseball, and softball every week coming to you right here on DeseretNews.com. Make sure to watch out for those coming up every week. New videos available. Again, the Brighton Bengals, 4-0, the victory over Corner Canyon. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time here on Deseret News Rewind, presented by Intermountain Tosh.